guys, what's up? I hope you're doing well today. I'm kind of nervous for this video, to be honest, because I haven't done a food video or a recipe video or anything like this in a really long time, probably over a year at least. I've just been focusing a lot more on like fashion videos. I mean, I've done it in vlogs, I guess, here and there, so I think hopefully it's not like too far out of left field. I've been wanting to do something like this for a really long time. I used to do like what I eat in a days, but I feel like it kind of changes all the time, and so I just didn't want to do that. I wanted to do something a little bit different that makes more sense for me, so I kind of just put together all of my favorite recipes, and I don't have a lot because I'm very habitual. I like what I like, and so I'll just make those throughout the week, and I kind of like eating the same thing all the time. So you're going to see what you guys always see on my Instagram. I'm always posting like my Instagram stories of my food, and a few of you guys requested like a recipes video, so I guess at least hopefully a few of you will like to see this video. But if you do end up liking it and you want to see more of these, feel free to let me know and subscribe down below. Follow me on Instagram, all of that. And also thank you so much to Ombre for sponsoring today's video. I'll talk more about them in a little bit. I'm really excited about that, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Okay, I'm just going to voice over all of my recipes and kind of just like cook them with you. So enjoy. All right, we're starting off with my crunchy sweet yum yogurt bowl. I just named it that. I don't know. Anyway, I love this yogurt. I never understood it. I usually buy the big tins. This is like the individual like quote unquote small tins. So I need like half of this or like 3/4 of it because it's so filling. Anyway, really creamy. I use strawberries, raspberries, the sliced almonds, hemp seed hearts, and some peanut butter. And we're gonna get into it. Chop them up. I don't even know if I need to be doing this voiceover, but I'm going to do it anyway, so it's not just boring jazz music in the background. Okay, I love jazz music, but anyway, this is hard for me. So I have my bowl of yogurt there. I'm going to add all of my strawberries. I don't make this very graceful looking. Some days it turns out better than others, like aesthetics-wise. Add all of my fruits. I only like a little bit of raspberries. I do add a little bit of sweetness with some chocolate chips, or just, I guess, chocolateness. I love the crunch of these almonds. I mean, I did add a lot, but I really like them. I add some pecans as well because I just love the crunch. So my favorite thing to do for peanut butter taste, I used to use just regular peanut butter, but I love this PB2. First of all, it has protein, which I always like to get as much protein as I can in. And also you can like make it more liquidy if you want. See, so I can do like the nice drizzle with it. And then I just top it off with my hemp seed hearts, which I remember learning what they are, but anyway, I like them. You don't really taste them, but they do a lot of things for you, I guess. See, I get the hand. It's so good. This is like my favorite breakfast that I just eat. See, that's like the perfect spoonful. You get a little bit of everything. Okay, here we have my coffee recipe. I love this. I don't know. This is the only coffee recipe I can make at home that is consistently good enough because I'm just bad at it. Anyway, so I take my Nespresso pods. I use a little bit of sweetened and condensed milk, as you can see at the bottom. That's the sweetener that I choose rather than like vanilla or anything. I just think it gives the best, just like consistently perfectly sweet. I don't like it overly sweet or anything, so I just do that, and then I add my ice, and then I add a little bit of milk, just regular milk or oat milk depending on my mood for the day. Okay, so really quickly, I wanted to jump in and talk about gut health just for a second. So essentially, your gut is vital to the health of the rest of your body. And actually, when it's defective, your gut lining can develop cracks and holes that let partially digested food, toxins, bacteria all into your bloodstream. And this can lead to inflammation, which can cause a bunch of different health problems like chronic fatigue, allergies, autoimmune diseases, diabetes, acne, hypothyroidism, just to name a few of them. And this phenomenon is actually called leaky gut syndrome. And we all have some degree of a leaky gut, but if yours is particularly bad, it could be the root cause of some of your health problems. That all brings me to the sponsor of today's video, which is Ombre Lab. Ombre Lab actually offers an at-home test that makes it easy to measure your gut health. To start out, the test will ship straight to your door with easy-to-follow collection instructions. It's super easy, very guided. You go on and activate your account online, you ship it back to them, and once you receive your results, Ombre Lab will give you a detailed breakdown of your gut bacteria and the health issues that it might be causing. And since modern diets filled with refined sugars, artificial colorings, and hormones are causing our guts to deteriorate, Ombre Lab will actually give you a detailed breakdown of what foods your body needs to consume more of and less of. So I'm actually still waiting for my test results to come back. I'm so excited though to share with you. I'm going to update you in a vlog or something in the future because this is something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time. I've had so many things that I think could be related to gut problems. My sister and I talk about it all the time together. She's very into like superfoods and gut health and all that kind of thing. And she has thrusted so much knowledge on me. And I struggle with fatigue, acne, a lot of hormone issues. And I think a lot of these things could potentially be related to gut health. That's just what I feel like in my heart of hearts it could be. So I'm really excited to share the results with you and get them back. And also something I'm really excited about once I get my test results back is that they actually offer targeted probiotic recommendations to help heal your gut. So I'm really excited to just kind of dive into all of that, and knowledge is power, baby. That's what I always say. So anyway, if you too think a leaky gut could be the cause of your health problems, visit tryombre.com/cupofjordy to get $30 off of your at-home test. And again, thank you so much to Ombre for sponsoring. I'll link everything down below that you need to check them out, and let's get back into the video. This recipe I found on a Selena Gomez's baking show on HBO, or her cooking show, where she has like chefs come on and teach her things. So she had this French chef teach her this French omelet, and I was like, wait, that looks amazing. It's like a fluffier version. It's almost like scrambled eggs in my opinion, but omelet form, and that's great for me because I can never roll an omelet correctly or do anything like that. So anyway, the secret is this white pepper. Instead of black cracked pepper, it's like white pepper. It makes the difference, I guess. The guy was saying, like the chef was saying, that it has a better taste with the egg. It's like more subtle, I guess. I don't know what it is, but I put a little bit of butter. I just follow like a recipe. I'll link it down below because every time I forget how to do it, so I just go back to the same recipe. Essentially, you whisk it with a little bit of water, you add your seasonings, and then you just kind of scramble it all over the pan, and you try to lay it as flat as you can as you do it. And I'm really bad at it, so don't use this as a learning experience. Just look up how to do it and try it, and I highly recommend it. It tastes so good. You can put cheese or anything in it. Sometimes I do prosciutto or onion or cheese, but today I just did it plain. I was just feeling, simple, basic. Again, some of these recipes, they really are. I've come to just be kind of simple in my eating habits. So then you like fold it over into an omelet. I'm really bad at this part, so excuse how bad it looks. One day I'll get good at it. And then I don't know what the difference is. It just tastes like so French, I was gonna say, but that's not right because I wouldn't know. I've never had like an actual French omelet, but it's good. It's just good. So here it is, and then I'm going to chop up some chives because I love chives. I love anything onion, anything chives, anything garlic, and so I feel like they're all kind of in the same category, and so I just add that on. And normally I'll make bacon or sausage or something to go with this, but today I didn't have time, so I just did this. And I'm kind of laughing at this now because it's literally just an omelet on a plate or eggs on a plate and no sides or anything, and that's how a lot of my recipes are. And sorry if that's probably like not the best, but anyway. Okay, this might be genuinely the dumbest thing that I've ever included, but this is my favorite snack. I'm addicted to it. My 5th grade math teacher always ate it, and ever since then I've been addicted. Just oranges and cottage cheese. Sometimes I get regular fresh oranges, but I like the juiciness of these like no sugar added Dole ones or something. I don't know. Okay, another favorite. I never liked avocado toast until I started doing it this way. I swear to you guys. So I love sourdough bread with my avocado toast. It changed the game for me. There's like I don't know if it's dense or lack of dense. Anyway, it's like just very perfect for avocado toast in my opinion. Not too soft, not too hard. And so here I am cutting the avocado. Don't judge. I lost a nail in the way on the way to this. And she's beautiful, gorgeous. I just smush it in there. I do half of the job for myself before I go in with my fork and do this. And now I'm going to take a shallot. So I love anything onion, garlic, whatever. So I take a little shallot. I feel like they're the perfect taste, but also like thickness to do this with. So I do really thin slices of them, and then I add them onto my avocado, and that's like my first base layer. So I'm spreading it out here, and on the other one as well. See, it just like gets perfectly crisp. It's not too crisp. It's still like chewy for the toast, but then I add some garlic salt. Yeah, so the first I do my, seasonings. I love garlic salt on it. Sometimes, I don't know. I had to have it with the right stuff. Crushed red pepper. I used to only do garlic salt, and it kind of tasted too much like guacamole to me on bread. And so this kind of helps it taste more like, I don't know, just like what it's supposed to, in my opinion. Then I add my shallots, like I said. Now, sprouts is another game changer for me. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they are. Well, I guess I kind of know what they are. But these are like broccoli sprouts. You can't really even taste them, but they give like a really good crunch. A little bit of olive oil just on one because I wanted to try it out. And there she is. Gorgeous. Hot. Sexy. Yummy. Now we're going to go into my cucumber salad, which is something that I always eat. Okay, so this is a recipe. It's super easy, but that I grew up eating like literally every night for dinner. My Nana would make spaghetti or something. Anything she would make, she would always have a cucumber salad with it. And I love that. I love it so much. So I chop up my cucumbers. Sometimes I do a little bit less. Sometimes I make it for the week and then the sauce seeps in. Anyway, so I put a lot of cracked pepper. That's something that I added myself to this recipe that we didn't do growing up. And for sauces, I mix ranch and creamy Italian because growing up, we always used Green Goddess, and I cannot find the correct Green Goddess anywhere. Like, it's supposed to be like a creamy Green Goddess, and I cannot find it. So this is like the best I've been able to find. Then I take green onion. I really think that this is what changes the game for it as far as taste goes. That and the pepper and salt. I did add salt as well, just a tiny pinch. And that's it. I eat it with my fingers most of the time because I'm a busy girl, okay? Okay, another breakfast favorite. I do this in replacement of oatmeal because I'm not always an oatmeal fan. Sometimes I eat it, or like cream of wheat, but I like this. It's easy. So I take my chia seeds, PB2, which I don't know. I thought it used to be called PB2. Now it says PB Fit, and then some almond milk. And I think it's like a cup of almond milk in here. Yeah, because these are half cups. Okay, so a cup of almond milk. And then 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, whole organic chia seeds. I just use whatever. Then my peanut butter stuff. I've used chocolate PB2 before as well, which tastes really great, but I only have this one. And then I whisk it up really, really well. Try to make it not super chunky. If you have ever made chia seeds pudding before, something I found out before is I don't just let it sit in overnight. Oh yeah, I do 2 squirts of agave just to sweeten it a tiny bit. Anyway, once I put it in the fridge overnight, it's kind of throughout the day, whenever I open the fridge, I'll take it. That's why I like using these jars, and then I'll do that, and I'll just kind of swish it around throughout the day so that all of the chia seeds don't like just stay at the bottom. Now there she is, looking gorgeous, all chunky and everything, and it's not super sweet. You can add more sweetener, but I personally like to have like my fruit be the super sweet part, and I just did a little bit of blueberries, I want to say, and then some strawberries and then blackberries in here. And you can add like peanut butter on top. You can add, I don't know, whatever you want. I mean, it's your recipe, or your food, but this is just what I like to do. And I added them to the top. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I thought it looked cuter for a picture, for a thumbnail picture, but normally I wouldn't do that. Anyway, so now I'm just diving deep in. This is like literally my favorite. I go in phases where I'll eat this like every morning for like 3 months, then I won't eat it for like another 3 months, then I'll go back. You know what I mean? Anyway. Okay, we are now to the dinner portion, and I'm not joking, you guys. These are like the only recipes I really make. So if we're not eating out, these are what I'm making. Roasted carrots, so good. I added this to my little resume. And they're just so good. I'm peeling the carrots. Were already washed earlier in the day, and peel them up. Very satisfying also. It's like very relaxing to peel vegetables, in my opinion. So for the chopping of the vegetables or of the carrots, I like to do them on this angle because I feel like when they're in the oven, it makes such a difference because it's like crispier. If you want them a little bit soggier, I just leave them all as one carrot and then I'll like, you know, chop them as I eat them. But if I want like a crispier carrot, I'll do this and I love it. I don't know. I really do think it's because the ends are like thinner, so they get a little bit crispier. Okay, now for the seasonings, I just use a little bit of olive oil and toss it like that. I guess I could have just tossed it at the end so I didn't have to wash my hands in between each thing, but you live and you learn, right? I like sea salt for my salt also, and then I'm using crushed red pepper. I just think it adds a little bit of spice. I love spice. I could have even done more, to be honest, because once it cooks, it kind of loses it. But a little bit of salt and then some cracked black pepper. And that's kind of what I do. Sometimes I'll add garlic if I want. Sometimes I'll add a little bit of honey in there. Whatever I'm feeling that day. I was just kind of feeling basic. So just did that. Put them on a little baking sheet. Stick them in the oven. And I want to say it takes like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, maybe 40. Okay, my favorite dinner of all time. If I could eat one dinner for the rest of my life, it would be this, and at least one dinner that I can make myself, and it would be this salmon. So I take these. I like to, as you can see for my dinners, I like to meal prep. So Jared doesn't really eat meat or anything, so that's why this is just for me. But I meal prep these for the week because then I can just eat them for like lunch or dinner or whatever throughout the week whenever I'm busy and just heat them up. So that's what I'm doing. I just put a little bit of olive oil on there, squeeze some lemon because I like a little bit of the tang of lemon. I put them in the oven and cook them for about 40 minutes and then they come out looking like this. So gorgeous. Sometimes I use the air fryer or whatever. Today I was just feeling like the oven because I was already using it. But yeah, today essentially that's what I am doing is meal prepping. So I add my little roasted carrots. Now I'm going to make a sauce that I like to eat on my salmon. I take a little bit of this like mayonnaise. I just use the vegan. And I kind of make like what is that called? I can't think of the sauce name, but I get it with my sushi. and then I take a little bit of sriracha and then I add water because I like all of my sauces to be runny so I could like glaze it over them. And then I mix it up. And then I smother it. I'm sorry. I think this looks beautiful. My dinners do not always look beautiful. I did try a little bit harder aesthetic-wise for this, but it tastes beautiful as well. Seriously, so good. Sometimes I'll make rice with it. Sometimes I'll make quinoa with it. I always usually do like roasted carrots though with it or like Brussels sprouts. But yeah. Okay, another recipe that I constantly always crave, and it's my other go-to. It's super simple, super easy. I mean, all of these I would say are super easy in my opinion, and quick. That's what I always love is quick things. And so I'm going to chop up my onion, and I like them thick for this recipe specifically. Normally I like them thin for everything else, but that and then my bell pepper, use whatever color, whatever. And then I'm going to add eventually some Polish kielbasa, and this is something that I also ate growing up. I'm half Polish, and so I've always just eaten Polish kielbasa. Don't know if that correlates or anything, but also like my best friend growing up, her mom always made this, and I loved it so much. And I just use whatever kielbasa, honestly. So now I'm going to throw it all into the stove, or onto the stove, I should say, and just let it simmer for a very long time. I like slow and steady for this. Like, it is quick still, but I like them to not, I don't know, I like them to be really soggy, if you know what I mean. And so throwing in my kielbasa on the stove as well, and then just like not frying them, but like, I don't know, charring them. I like them a little bit darker. Same with my bell pepper, you'll kind of see. And then I take the peppers and onion off, and then I'm going to do riced cauliflower just because I like the taste of it. Sometimes I'll just do regular rice or again quinoa or noodles or something like that, but I really like this riced cauliflower, so I do that. And then I just add, like, for seasoning, salt it's garlic salt. I'm sorry, garlic salt. And I do that, and then I'll do pepper at the end. I normally don't put pepper while it's cooking because sometimes it tastes like different. I don't know, it seeps into it a little too much for me. And see, I did burn these a little bit too much, but I do like it like that, to be honest. Like, these are this is like one recipe that I like kind of charred a little bit. So now I plate it all. I don't know, cauliflower rice, it's so good. There's a lot of vegetables in this, but It's just like a really good, you just don't think you're eating cauliflower in my opinion. Then I add these, I kind of just layer it all together. Not everyone's going to agree with this, but I learned this from my cousins actually growing up. They would, when we were eating our guanqui, which is stuffed cabbage, at my grandparents' house, they would always eat it with ketchup. And I was like, that, I never understood it because it was like a tomato sauce on it. And once I tried it, it was so good. And so I've carried that over to this recipe as well. Anyway, that brings us to the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked it, please let me know down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. And thank you again to Ombre for sponsoring. Make sure you check them out down below and use my link for $30 off of your at-home test. And I will talk to you in the next video. Love you. Bye.